Melissa McNallan. Text, I need somebody. Text, I need somebody. Melissa McNallan.
I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. I can't keep up waking each day feeling worthless. I love you all. See you someday. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. It was a Saturday before Easter. I was at the car dealership ready, focused, about to make some deals. My daughter, by 9:30 a.m., had called me 3 times. 3. She's a teenager. She has problems. And on the 3rd time, I said, honey, I'm really sorry. I can't help you right now. Dad's at home. You two are going to go and work out. I will see you at 5:30. I love you. She didn't call me again. I went out. I showed cars. I had a couple between 2 different GMC Acadias. Do we put bucket seats in the center row? Or do we need that full 3rd row bench seat? This is a $50,000 decision. It matters. It counts. When I went back to my desk, after helping them figure that out, I picked up my cell phone. I always have my cell phone. It's attached. I'm in sales. I can't get by without this. And I looked at it, and I saw the text from my daughter. I'm sorry. I can't keep waking up each morning feeling worthless. I love you all. See you someday. I called my husband from the showroom floor while other people were selling cars, and I said, you need to check on our daughter. You need to check on her right now. She just sent me an alarming text. And he said, I'll call you back. Just the words a mom, worried about her child, wants to hear. I'll call you back. Are you serious? And so I called my husband, I called my daughter, I called my husband, I called my daughter. I finally received a call back. And my husband said, she's okay. She's on the couch with me. You need to come home now. Okay, I went to my manager and I told them, my daughter just sent me a suicidal text. I need to go home. And Gary said, are you serious? Yes. Okay, Melissa, this is what you need to do. When you get home, you take her to the emergency room. You don't think about it. You don't ponder. It's what you're going to do. I'm so grateful today for his words. I went home and followed them to the letter. Once I had my daughter in the car, I asked my husband, what do I need to know? He informed me that he found her on the floor, half passed out, with a curling iron cord wrapped around her neck. When I was in the car, driving to the emergency room with my daughter, I said, so, want to tell me about the curling iron cord? Would you explain that to me? And she said, Mom, it was a straightening iron cord. And I went, oh, we're going to quibble about that, as if your dad has ever known the difference between a straightening iron cord and a curling iron cord. And then my daughter said to me, Mom, I'm hot, as in beautiful, and she is. I shouldn't be this unhappy. Hot people are supposed to be happy. And I said, I'm so sorry, but I'm not aware of a direct correlation. When we arrived at the emergency room, she tried to convince me that she didn't need to be there. Her problem wasn't as serious as other people's problems were. And I explained to her that if she wasn't willing to go in with me, that there were people who'd help me out with that. And so into the emergency room we went. We were escorted to a room that had all of the ambiance of, well, I'll say the only thing missing from it was a padding on the walls. If it had that, it would have been perfect. And a doctor sat across from my daughter and he said, I'm so glad you're here. This is where you need to be. We can help you here. Again, I was so grateful for his words because they told my daughter that she mattered, that her problems mattered. And then I was informed that she would be in the psychiatric ward of the hospital for a week, maybe two, depending on how things went, and that I could visit her the next day for 2 hours at a time, twice. 4 hours on Easter Sunday, it was better than nothing. And then as I was driving home, I thought, what on earth will my husband, my daughter, and I do, sitting in a room for 2 hours? We are not a board game family. We snow ski, we water ski, we sit around a campfire. And as I thought about that campfire, I remembered when she was younger, how we used to read Harry Potter while sitting around that campfire. And so I brought Harry Potter with me when we went to visit, and we read it. And it worked some of its magic, sitting in that room, which was a little bit more charming than the one we had been in that night. And as we got to the end of our time together, I looked to the side where there was a whiteboard, and I said, do you want me to bring some inspirational words with me next time, and we could put it on that board? And she said, yeah, that'd be cool. And so the next day I found some words, and I had them in my pocket when she called me from the community phone. And I said, do you want me to tell you what those words are now? And she said, no, Mom, bring them like a present. Never before have I ever been so convicted of the power our words have. And the words I wrote on her board on the wall were, happiness can be found in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. How will your words light a path for someone in a moment of darkness? Hello, Toastmasters. Make of yourself a light.